It's winter time, folks, and it's time to be planting your deciduous trees and citrus trees. Go to your local garden centre and check out the selection and select your favourite to plant. Now, when you pick up your deciduous tree, they should be putting it back for you into shape so that you can plant it straight into the ground. But if they haven't, well, we've been talking about pruning trees over the last couple of weeks, and today I'm going to demonstrate another one for you so you can practice at home and get it right from the beginning. Now, today I'm also using my Felco No14 secateur. It's a bypass secateur, and it's a small handle. It's ideal for small hands, but Felco do have a large selection of secateurs to suit any shape or size you like. Now, we're going to prune this tree here with this secateur, and I like this because it's quick, easy, and very effective, and it gets into all those little nooks and crannies for you, and they're ideal for your roses as well. But before you do start with your secateurs, folks, always make sure you've got a clean pair, and the best way to clean them is using a bit of metho. Metho mixed with water, sprayed on just before you start, during and after your prune, and also it has to be very sharp as well. Now, what I use for sharpening is the Felco sharpening tool. It's a tool like this here, and it is ideal for all these types of blades. Simply position the secateur facing towards you like this, and position the sharpening tool on a slight angle along the edge of the blade, and then run it 2 or 3 times, following the contour of the blade, and turn it over once, and just do it once on the opposite side to get rid of any burrs. Now, folks, this pair of secateurs that I've got in my hand, I've had them for a number of years, and they are as good as the day I got them. Just make sure that you always keep them clean. Sterilise before, during and after, and always keep them sharp, and there's no better way to sharpen them than the Felco sharpening tool. Now, let's get into this. Dead, diseased, damaged wood. We've got a broken branch over there, and it's so important that you do remove these broken branches, because that's the first point of attack by any sort of virus or disease. And when you do prune with a pair of secateurs like Felco's, always make sure your blade is facing downwards towards the root system, so that way you get a nice clean cut. And here I'm cutting just above a bud that's facing away from the center of the tree, because what we want to establish here is an open vase shape. So what we're going to do with this tree here, as you can see, is take out the center branch here. The idea is to create an open section in the middle so we get more sunlight into the center of the tree, which will help enhance better flowering and fruiting at the same time. Too many branches congesting the tree will cause the leaves to fall off and produce very little or no flowers. Again, when you're using a pair of secateurs, always keep them clean. Now, this branch here, even though these are a small pair, they're ideal to cut up to a 12mm in diameter branch. And this is what this branch here, I think, is, if my eye serves me correctly. So if I can get my blade into there, I can cut it off. Now, I am going to remove, actually no, I'm going to remove this branch because that's growing straight up, and we're going to keep this one facing out. And again, with the blade facing down, proceed to cut the branch off on a slight angle so that we don't have any water sitting on the edge there if it ever rains. And let's remove this one as well. There we are. Now, the rest of the tree needs to be brought back down to a manageable size, because we don't want it to grow too tall. Leaving the branches this high when you first purchase it from your garden centre is a no-no, because from here onwards the branch will still continue to grow, and that's where the fruit will develop, and eventually it'll be too high for you to manage. So we're going to cut this back down again to an outward facing bud. Something about there is pretty good, and I reckon about chest height or just below your chest height is an ideal position to be cutting it off. So position your secateurs on the angle and just about 5mm above the outward facing bud, and make your cut like that. Smooth, easy, sharp as, and that's the most important part about using any pair of secateurs, and ideally the Felco range is about the best range you can get. Continue pruning the rest of the tree in the same manner all the way around, making sure to remove any central branches in the middle and any suckers from the bottom, folks. Now, when you're looking for a pair of secateurs like Felco, make sure they are the genuine ones, because there are a lot out there that look like a Felco secateur but are certainly not. Now, they do have a die-cast aluminium component which has a lifetime warranty with some exceptions, so check out Felco's website at felco.com for more information. So if you're looking for a pair of secateurs, folks, well, you can't go past the Felco range. From me, Vasily, Maresi.